Hello, Team 6. How are you? So here we are in class number 26. So in the first activity, you are going to answer these questions by using the link, yes, vocary.com. You're going to click on it and remember, as in the assignment, the site will open and you can record, remember to save and copy paste the link so that I can listen to your answers. You will go into paste it here. Okay, so read the questions and you can write them down if you want on a piece of paper and then you record your answers. Okay, so that I can listen to you. Then activity number 1, we have a reading comprehension activity. It's related to books. That's why in the first activity, in the other one, you have some questions related to that. And you're going to open your books on page 52 and you're going to read the text. And on page 53, you have the sentences that have been removed. So you're going to read the sentences A to G. You're going to put them in the correct gap. Okay, in the text you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes, small boxes in the paragraphs, and you're going to put the sentence that corresponds to that part. Okay, then we're going to continue working with past tenses. So you're going to continue working on page 53. Okay, we are here in the language focus section. And in activity number 1 says, look at the following sentences from the extract and name the underlined past tenses. Choose from. The options are past simple, past continuous, past perfect simple, or past perfect continuous. So you're going to read sentence 1 and you have a tense underlined. We were sitting. So which tense is that? You're going to write the answer here on the file. You read number 2 and which tense is that? You read number 3, there you have 2 tenses. In number 4, you have 3 tenses. And in number 5, you have 1 tense. So you're going to give me the name of those tenses. In activity number 2, there, answer the questions by writing the number of the sentence from activity number 1. It says, for example, A series of actions or events following each other in chronological order. ¿Qué oración? De arriba, de la 1 a la 5, veo eso, que hay una serie de acciones que siguen un orden cronológico. ¿Sí? Este es un ejemplo que veo en la 1, es en la 2, en la 3, en la 4 o en la 5. Es decir, ustedes me tienen que decir qué oración, número de oración del punto anterior, refleja este uso del tiempo. ¿Ok? Y así para los otros. B, an event which occurred before the other past actions in the narrative. ¿Qué oración yo tengo el pasado del pasado? ¿Sí? Ok. And then, in activity number 3, which is here, it says expressing time. First read the theory and then the activities in the book on page 53, 54, 5, 6 and 7. Entonces, antes de hacer los ejercicios, vamos a leer estas palabritas que expresan tiempo. Subo el documento y vamos a empezar por while, during and meanwhile. During means durante. And it's followed by a noun, ¿ok? Siempre después que tengo during necesito un sustantivo. I managed to sleep during the flight. You're not allowed to take photographs during the concert. After during, I need a noun. While introduces a clause. Recuerden que una clause es una mini sentence en una oración grande. Por ejemplo, while I was eating, she was sleeping. El while I was sleeping es como una mini oración porque tengo un sujeto y un predicado dentro de la oración grande que es while I was eating, she was sleeping. Esa es toda la oración, ¿ok? Entonces, while va a introducir una de esas partecitas, una de esas mini oraciones. Necesito, después de while, un sujeto y un verbo, a diferencia que during, solamente un sustantivo. Did you learn any Spanish while you were living in Madrid? He likes singing while he is having a bath. And meanwhile means during the time between. The meanwhile ¿sí? Antes de meanwhile voy a tener una oración. Punto. Meanwhile, coma, I will phone Jim. Fíjense que meanwhile introduce la oración entera. Punto. No una clause, no una mini partecita. ¿Ok? Es independiente. ¿Sí? Es decir, yo voy a decir algo. The taxi will be here in 5 minutes. Stop. Meanwhile, mientras tanto, I will phone Jim. ¿Sí? Entonces, during, durante, while, mientras que algo estaba sucediendo, otra cosa sucedía, es decir, une dos partecitas de una oración, y meanwhile, totalmente independiente, significa mientras tanto. ¿Ok? Va a estar entre punto y una coma. Then we have firstly and at first. Firstly o first, ¿sí? Puedo utilizarlo sin ly, sin ser adverbio, means before anything else. It is often used when describing a sequence of actions. Es decir, va a encabezar lista. First, firstly. Es lo mismo que después decir second, secondly. ¿Ok? And at first means at the beginning. Cuando yo quiero decir al comienzo de algo, I made a lot of mistakes at first. ¿Sí? Al comienzo, al principio, cuando yo empecé a estudiar. But now, my typing is quite accurate. It was cloudy at first. ¿Sí? Al principio del día, implícito. But later, the sun came out. Una es para lista, first, firstly, y at first significa al comienzo, at the beginning or at first. Lo mismo me va a pasar con lastly o at last. Lastly means after everything else or finally. Voy haciendo una lista and lastly tal cosa. He gave me my final instructions and lastly wished me good luck. And finally wished me good luck. And at last means in the end, after a long time. I spent the whole evening waiting for the call and at last, por fin, no al principio, y por fin, a lo último, ¿sí? The phone rang. It had been such a hard winter that we were relieved when the summer came at last. Es decir, después de mucha espera, por fin llegó. After and afterward. After is followed by a clause or by a noun. Es decir, después de after necesito otra clause o un sustantivo. After we had watched the film, we went to have dinner. ¿Sí? After the film, we went straight to bed. Es decir, después de after o tengo una clause, una mini sentence o un sustantivo. En cambio, con afterwards means after that es independiente, solito, es como el meanwhile. ¿Sí? We watched the film. And afterwards, hasta podríamos poner una coma ahí, we had a Chinese meal. O puedo decir, we watched the film. Punto. Afterwards, we had a Chinese meal. Es decir, después del afterwards, ¿sí? No necesito que tenga que haber una oración, una clause y después otra clause. ¿Sí? Es independiente. Then we have eventually means in the end, especially after a long time or a lot of effort or problems. Although she had been ill for a long time, it still came as a shock when she eventually died. Cuando eventualmente, cuando al final de ese proceso sucedió. Entonces, eventually es lo mismo que decir in the end. Como después de todo un proceso, finalmente sucedió eso. Eventualmente. As soon as, I think you might remember this, means at the same time or a very short time after. As soon as I saw her, I knew there was something wrong. Y por último, in the end and at the end. In the end, we have just seen, lo acabamos de ver, que es lo mismo que eventually. In the end means finally after something has been thought about or discussed a lot. We were thinking about going to Switzerland, but in the end we went to Australia. Es decir, in the end, finalmente, eventualmente después de esto, sucedió esto. Y at the end means at the point when something finishes. Handing your books at the end of the lesson. Significa al final de esto, at the end of the book, al final del libro. ¿Sí? No quiere decir que es finalmente como consecuencia de algo, sino que significa el final de esto. ¿sí? El final del libro, el final de la clase. At the end of the class, you have a glossary. Espero que vuelvan a leer los ejemplos. Muchos los van a poder utilizar más que nada porque les suena, porque por la práctica ustedes ya los conocen, pero si tenemos dudas, quedamos de vuelta a las definiciones, igual las vamos a ver en nuestras Zoom meetings, ¿ok? And you do activities 5, 6, and 7 from the book on page 53 and 54. I hope I've been clear. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask us. Okay, bye bye, Team 6. See you soon.